All right, this is recap number 6, and we're almost at the end. Recap, sun. All right, so, um, okay, word, please. Okay, so first file, we're gonna do the sun. I got 6 pages, and I think I got 8 pages for Shakira. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So let's transition here. All right, so Patrick asked the rod, "Is the sun still shining?" The rod says no. Patrick asks if he has a strong connection with source, and source says yes. Whoop, it's missing an R here. Then when Wayne has a problem with how to word a question for the sun and come up with this. Is man correct on our thoughts of where we are in the Milky Way? Then Patrick has the pendulum. Is that because of the uh, Patrick asks, is that because of the theory that we have moved from one part to another part? Wayne says yes, sir, approximately 50,000 light years. And then Wayne laughs. Patrick then says we could word that several ways. We could say, is our position in the Milky Way constant? Wayne posed the question. May we speak with the sun? Yes. Thank you. Sun, are we where we think we are in the Milky Way? And if not, how wrong are we? Pat mentioned here that it's always a good sign when the pendulum swing clockwise. Sun, our position, he said, the sun says, our position in the Milky Way is not fixed. We can move across the galaxy. There are unseen forces that are applied to all things, and this force change the position of all celestial body. Finish. And then some other time, may we speak with the sun? Yes. Wayne says, yes, son. A question. Do you have a cycle of high and low energy prediction? The sun says yes. Wayne asks, son, may we ask a question on the cycle of X class nova? Do you have a cycle? The sun responds, these events that are witnessed can sometimes be classed as a cycle, but this is not always the case. They are cycle, but there is also individual event depending on what region of space we are entering. Then Wayne asks, is the sun under attack? The sun replied, the effort to attack me is not new. It happened all the time. I can be affected by many things, mostly electrical. This affect my frequency and effort. I'm not sure effort is correct word. Please, okay. She was not sure. Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry, people. Anyway, then later on, Wayne asked to speak with the sun again. He asked the question. The question that has been put forth is, are you generating a possible solar flash or micronova? Then the sun says, that is underway. Then Wayne says, people want to know, are you connected are you connected to the great central sun, and what is the great central sun? The sun replied, there is a great central sun, Patrick says, I've never heard of it myself. That exists at the Universal Center. I have an energetic connection. Patrick says again, I've never heard of such a thing. And me, I say, yes, I have heard about that, and it's in the Urantia book here. I'm gonna put the link in the description box, okay? So then Wayne asks the question. The question is, how many planets are under our gravitational influence, and what body control the rest? Interesting question. The sun says, there are many bodies within my solar system. They're the number in the hundred. They are attracted to my electrical energy and frequency. There are other bodies that are attracted to other stars that are coming very close to us, and there are many come a time when we exchange planet. Finish. Then Wayne says, hello, son. It has been postulated by men that there was a collision of two galaxies. Are we a part of the Sagittarius elliptical dwarf galaxy or not? The sun says that was not always the case, although it is now. What is now? Are we part of the Sagittarius or not? Okay. So, what is now is probably the collision, I think. Anyway, Wayne, son, is the collision still ongoing, and are you aware of any change that may be coming forward as a result of this collision? The son replied, yes, the collision is ongoing. Galaxies are intertwining, solar system are merging. The outcome is unknown, although it will take a very long time. Okay. Yeah, a very long time can mean a very long time, but that's what is happening right now. So, son, may we speak with you another time? Yes. Son, it's been asked, are you still emitting light? At this point, the pendulum is swinging wildly across the chart. Wayne says, wow. Wow. Patrick says he's going to put the pendulum back in place. Wayne says, I'll tell you what, after that, son, I respect you. And then he asks, do you have something you would like to tell us? Have you have the floor, sir. Then the son says, thank you. Thank you, Wayne. It is a very serious message that I have. I am undergoing a change. The human expression is dead. But I and my children do not look at it that way. Change is inevitable and create new opportunity for all, including me. So let's ask the son. Son, sir, may we have a moment with you, sir? Yes. Thank you. We appreciate that. Son, the question has come, and I don't know. Does the number of time scale of 12068 mean anything to you? The son says no. Then the other question, son, while we have you, sir, the question has been asked, do you have your own name for yourself? The sun says, this question was answered by my favorite daughter, Earth frequency. Then, well, they like to be called a frequency, so we just say sun frequency, right? So the next question is sun, sir. Good to meet you, sir. I will say sun frequency now. Yes, sir. The question has been asked. Do you consider yourself a young star or an old star? Thank you. That is a good question. Inside, I am young. Outside, I'm not so much. So then the question was, all right, let's ask the sun. Is he shedding his skin metaphorically? Sun, are you shedding your skin? The sun says, as already mentioned, I am going through a micronova. This way, I expel a lot of my energy, which get replaced from inside, and I feel renewed. So then, sun frequency, are you there? Yes. It is good to talk to you, sir. The question is this. You inform us that you're in the process of a micronova. Can you tell us what will happen to human life? Thank you. Then the sun says there will be changes, not necessarily catastrophic, but physiological changes, and increase in frequency, electrical activity, and energy signature. This is part of your ascension. Finish. So son, have you micronova in the past, and what did it do to human then? Yes, I have gone through this process several times, although human life has not always been present. Recent human civilization before yours have already ascended. So I'm thinking it's probably was the Mayan or something like that. Wayne says, son, I'd like to ask you another question. Do you know of the Archon? The son says, the Archon mistakenly believe they have all the power. They are sadly mistaken. They will be dealt with. All right. So another time, Wayne says, hello, Sun Frequency. How are you? Sun says, I am very well, thank you, Wayne. My change is ongoing. Wayne says, we're seeing that monitoring your surface. Look like you're waking up a little bit. The sun says, it is becoming very interesting, Wayne. Then Wayne says, oh, when you say interesting, that is one I would welcome you in my house to have a tea on that one. Sun frequency, here is a question that you should be best to answer. The question is this. Like the photoelectric effect that apply to exchange electron and atoms, is there a similar law which govern the exchange of planet? Thank you. It affect not necessarily govern. It affect the physicality of the planet and may result in some leaving, some joining. But spiritual essence, the consciousness within, is not affected by this. Wayne asks, son, I just saw, I don't know if you put the image in my head, but you see planet come and go, don't you? The sun says all the time. Wayne repeat all the time. The sun says, yep. Then Wayne says, there has been speculated that there are many planets that you have control that are in the or cloud. Is it true? That is true. My power extends further than you know. You exchange planet with other sun, don't you? All the time, all the time. So then Wayne asked, there has been speculated that there are many planets. Just put that there. Okay. So then here Wayne says, how marvelous is that? I'm in the awe. That's all I have to say. I'm in awe. The son says, like children exchanging toy, Wayne. Then Wayne says, it's how you process work. The son says, correct. Then Wayne says, son, it has been suggested that man's ability to measure your age is so far off. It has been said that you could be over 100 trillion years old. Is that true? The son says, and the rest wane. Man's calculations are not anywhere close to reality. Is the son Wayne asked the son, I have another question that's on my mind. Do we live in a holographic simulation of a sort? The son says, yes, but the consciousness part of you is genuine and come from outside this holographic reality. Wayne says, yeah, well, thank you, son. Thank you so much. You just blew me away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, the son says, you're welcome. Always good to talk with you. Then Wayne says, you're wonderful. Thank you. Wow. Not that was substantive. And another time, sun frequency, may we speak with you, sir? Yes. Hello, Wayne. Wayne says, how are you? The son says, I'm adjusting to my new situation, but I'm okay. Wayne says, I see. It seems like things are starting to get he- heated up with you, just figuratively speaking. The son says, it's becoming very interesting. So, yeah, that's how slow things are. Then Wayne says, from our point of view, particularly sun frequency, the question has been asked, are there any draft star close to you? Or yes or no, I guess is the question. Close is a relative term, but I can sense a draft star, yes. Then Wayne says, thank you, son. And that's the question. I realized when I said close that you're dealing your terminology and mine is very finite. The question has been asked that in the Kuiper belt, are we going to be discovering new planet? The son says, I believe I have said before that there are a planet that you do not know as yet. Do you not know of as yet? The solar system is bigger than you have been taught. And I say, yeah, and suns are exchanging planet like an atom is exchanging electron, we were told last show, right? So Wayne says, right, excellent point of view. Sun frequency, the question has been asked, is space a liquid? Then Sun says, that is a good way to explain it, but it's not tangible in a sense. That is more a liquid, that is solid. Sun frequency, I just add an image that it's almost like we're in a serum. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's tangible, isn't it? The sun says. It's more of a mixture of reality. Wayne says, "Oh, I can see that. I can see that." Sun frequency, there's been the question that you are in a period of what we call weakness. But I have to ask you, sir, is this really a period of rest for you? The sun replied, "It is simply a period of change. I am getting stronger at all time. I have never been weak." Wayne says, "Thank you. I appreciate that. That is very good way of saying it. I appreciate the correction on that." Sun frequency, I think we may have asked this question before, but I'll ask it again. Do you have a twin or a couple of other star? I don't know whether to say brothers or sisters, but are you alone or are these other stars that dance with you? Then the sun says, "Very well put, Wayne. There are other stars outside my influence. There is a tiny star, very tiny star at the center of the Earth frequency." Hmm. Yeah, that was on the last show. Then Wayne asked Sun Frequency, "I think I saw that. It's almost like it's a dance, a very graceful dance, like a waltz." That the sun says, "But I have no clue what that is." Then Wayne says, "Yes, sir, that's exactly what I saw. That's what I saw. I saw what was a white and blue dancing, and it's beautiful." Well, thank you, Sun Frequency. Is there's anything you would like to talk to us about? The sun says, "I am pleased that many of your community are speaking with the planet with my system. Uh, I would also like to be spoken to on a regular basis." Wayne says, "I can assure you, sir, we will. We honor you. Honor you. We speak favor into you and much love. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this body, and we thank you for that." Carolyn says, "Can I ask a question, please?" The sun says, "Yes, certainly." Carolyn says, "Sun frequency, is there any life form on your surface or inside you?" And then the sun says, "I don't wish to upset you, young lady, but I cannot answer that at the moment." I said, "Okay, thank you." Then Wen says, "Sun frequency, we thank you, sir." Then I say, "Yeah, you know who says no word consent? No word consent. Yeah, if you don't, if I don't tell you, I consent." Oh, I see. Well, that's all I have for the sun. I hope to speak with you again, Wayne. Then Wayne says, "Thank you. You're beautiful. I love you. I love how the question was answered is on his space a liquid. That was so interesting." And this is all I got for the sun. Last file will be Shakira and the domain. So that's going to be the last file. Okay. And we only talked to Shakira like on Talking with the Planet 12 and 13. So here we go. Wayne asks, "How do you feel, Patrick, about reaching out to the domain? Do you think maybe we could?" Patrick says, "Are they still there, Wayne?" Wayne says, I don't know. It seems like it was very recent, no matter what the Roswell incident was. These creatures, these beings have been captured. We know that. Their craft have been captured. Patrick says, we can only ask. Wayne says, we can only ask. So, are you ready, my friend? We already jumped off the cliff. Patrick says, tell everybody to hit record, Wayne. Then Wayne says, yes, so this is going to be a first. I do not know of any place, ladies and gentlemen, the folks that are listening, where I think anyone tried to make contact with the domain. I don't think. Then Patrick says, can I just say, I mentioned it to Wayne earlier in an email. If I get a UFO over my house, it's its fault. And then when Wayne says, as I said, I've got great tea. Come on down and lend the craft. We'll have a great time. We've got great music. That's what I want to ask. The planet like music. They do, yes, they do. Patrick confirmed they do. So Wayne goes on. All right, Patrick, I feel completely safe and confident on this. So this question is going to be, we are asking to speak to a representative of the domain expeditionary force. Is there such a presence out there? Yes. Answer from the domain. I don't know why TD, the domain. Okay, the domain. Okay, then Wayne asks, how should we properly address you? The domain says you may address us simply as the domain. Wayne asks, I'm feeling the energy. It says is feeling the energy. Thank you. It is taught by many earthling humans that you are nothing more than a figment of disinformation of our government or fiction writer. It's a pleasure to know that you exist. Thank you. You're welcome. Then Wayne goes on. We have a story of one of your representatives that says that there was a lost expedition here on this planet and that your, I don't know how to say it, your government or representative that we are a prison planet. Can you confirm that has either true or false? And the domain says Earth has always been a prison planet. So in the number 5, we got the same answer. Then says Wayne says always. The domain says always. Wayne says thank you. Why do I get the sense that you're? I have a sense of more of a feminine presence. Is that? The domain says I, the individual speaking, is of the feminine gender. Wayne says, I sense that. I have a lot of questions. So the first is hurt. Um, then the domain say, we will accept any question. We also acknowledge that we do not have to answer all questions. Then Wayne says, you've just confirmed something very no one could have known that. Thank you, thank you. Man, I feel like I've got hand crawling all over me. Patrick says, you okay, Wayne? Wayne says, yeah. It's kind of, Patrick says, they were very forceful. Wayne says, yeah, very. I get the sense I was dealing with someone very, very, very old. All right, folks. Everyone, everyone is feeling it too. Wayne is out of his mind. Is just blown. He's just blown. Then Patrick says, "Yeah, it's strong." Wayne says, "It is very strong. You know, wow. Okay, let's just talk among among ourselves here. This is an opportunity." Then Patrick says, "Can you just say to the lady concerned that we'll be back to her shortly? We don't want to keep her hanging." Wayne says, "Yes." Patrick says, "We'll have a little chat if you understand our position." Then Wayne says, "May we take a minute, please, ma'am? That's my nomenclature." Yeah, $2,000 word, Wayne. So the domain says, "We shall give you some leeway at this time." Wayne says, "Thank you." Then Patrick says, "The energy, Wayne, that's crazy, man. Let me tell you what I'm getting a sense. And folks, you are all witnessing this live, so there's more than one here." Patrick says, "Yeah, there's more than one, definitely. There might be one group, one company, one battalion, whatever they call themselves." When it says, "I'm getting it's flooding," it's almost like they're all standing around. Patrick says, "We turned the light on, Wayne." Wayne says, "Yeah, yeah. All right. You know, when you're being hit with this kind of impression, I kind of see their face. I mean, this is weird." Patrick says, "I can feel their emotion." Wayne says, "Yeah, that's what I'm being. That's why I can't get the word out there. Too many talking at the same time. That's what I'm hearing." "How are you feeling, Patrick? You've got your hand on the other side of the positive charge here." Patrick says, "I feel fine. As long as they leave afterward, I'm happy." Root, Kindred Taro Root, who we know, I had her dog that died 23 years ago with me for 3 days over the weekend until I sent Root an email saying how much the dog loved her. Wayne says, "Excellent, excellent. Well, I think we need to get some question here. They know that we're a, they know that we're a prison planet. I'd like to know how we got here." So Wayne says, "May we address to the representative of the domain?" "Yes, I'm still here." Wayne says, Thank you for your patience. "You have stated that Earth has always been a prison planet. That has been confirmed by other perspective. May I ask, how did we get here? How did we get into this prison?" The domain says, "If you are talking about the physical human that was created, if you are talking about the essence inside the human that is eternal and was tricked into this prison," Wayne says, "we are not all of the same place then." The, the domain says, "No, you are from different area of the universe. You are from far outside your own galaxy." Wayne says, "In this prison, are there different degree of authority?" The domain says, "There is a conflict between races of being that hope to seize control of this prison planet. There is much interest in this small, tiny dot." So then Wayne says, yes, we feel that. Is there's a name that we should address you with personally? The domain says the closest translation would be Shakira. Then Wayne says, honored to meet you. Your presence, Shakira. Thank you. Are you trapped here with us? Shakira says, not trapped, on a mission. Wayne says, is it possible we have been told that you're, and I just use your domain, is a species that is heading to the center of our galaxy? Is it true? And Shakira says, this is a goal. We are not there yet. Then Wayne says, do you have member here on this planet now? Shakira says, some of your kind are walking on your some of our kind are walking on your planet. They look like you, but they are not you. Wayne says, I've been told that. I've just been asked, do you have a presence in the asteroid belt? Shakira says, we have a presence throughout our solar system. Wayne says, the next question is escape possible? Shakira says, possible but highly unlikely. So then Wayne says, Shakira, I have to tell you, that's very depressing, but I think you know that already. That's all I have for the moment. I thank you, Shakira. Thank you. Uh, you're more than welcome to communicate with myself at any time, and I'll let my friend Patrick speak for himself, but it has been a delight and an honor. Uh, May we speak again? Shakira says, just call me by name, I will respond. Wayne says, thank you. Then on another show, Patrick says, wow, that is completely different to any other connection I've had. Was it another show? No, it was just after that. Okay. Her feminine power, it's almost like talking to a policeman. Do you know what I mean? Wayne says, that was the impression I got. Authority. Patrick says, yeah, there was a definite authority. We weren't only talking to the individual, we were talking to the whatever rank she is. Then Wayne says, whatever it was, when we got back in touch, the quickness seized in my head. So I knew something was, you know, who knows? Maybe we're the first one to reach out and talk to them. You know, it's a question I don't understand about the UFO community is that if these beings are such high intelligence sentient, they would have telepathic ability and skill that I don't understand. We're not engaging. We don't need a government unless there are a covenant or a contract that would prevent this. My friend, you and I, we're going to have to get together on a separate one and just begin to really talk on this one because I don't know, I think this one opens up a whole Patrick says new show alien adventure. Wen says, you know, that is a good idea. There is not one out there doing any type of physically, telepathically engaging of ET. I think we ought to make it part of this show. At this point, there were too much chit chat, talk over, blah, blah, blah. So Lee couldn't transcript. Then Wayne says, "Well, I kind of look at it this way, my friend. Who better to know about the universe than the one that are already traveling it? Lee, I know when you do the transcript on this one is going to be heavily requested. I can see it already." Patrick says, "I've still got that going through. I can still feel her presence in here. There's a residue." Wayne says, there is. I got this sense." Patrick says, Wayne, I'm blown away." Wayne says, "Well, you saw it with me. When we first connected, it was a cacophony of voice. That's all I could hear. It was like someone was sitting at a monitor and said, 'Holy crap, we got one.'" Much laughter came out of here. Uh, and I mean, everyone drop what they're doing. Come over and say, do what do they want? What do they want? "You know, we're all going," Patrick says. "Ask them this. Ask them this," Wayne says. And I got the sense that, however, whatever it is, I just want to say it's feminine, but it's authoritarian. Then Patrick says, "Very authoritarian, yeah. Better not upset this one like you did the sun. You'll be in trouble." Wayne says, "No, no, 'cause I think they can come visit my ass." Much laughter. And then Patrick says, "What you trying to say?" Wayne says, "Yeah, we're going to show you a little respect." Then Patrick says, "You talking to me?" Yeah, they're kind of joking around here. Okay, so on the last show, well, here's one question that, what's her name? It was, uh, I can't believe Wayne didn't remember her name. Then Patrick says Shakira was the nearest translation. I don't think that was her actual name, but her her to translate into English, that was the nearest translation. And what was that again? Shakira, how da da da. Okay, now here we go. Wayne says, "So, Shakira, when you're here, let us know. I await your question, Wayne." Then when Wayne says, "Well, may I say thank you for joining us, and I just want to let you know that I and Patrick and others, we deeply respect your time, and so we just want to say thank you ahead of time." Then Shakira says, "You're welcome." Then Wayne said, "I'd like to know specifically who is responsible for tricking and trafficking of human soul to this soul trap. Do you know?" And Patrick says, "It's the Archon." Wayne says, "Are they still here?" "Yes." Wayne says, "I thought so." "Shakira, there's been the question of that there was a nuclear war in this quadrant space. Was that to eliminate life, or was that simply a defensive attack? I guess is the word I'm looking for." And Shakira says, "That was used as an example, Wayne." "An example for what?" "I don't know." Then Wayne says, "Very good. Very good way to make a point, isn't it? The question that has been asked Are you involved in altering the current DNA of human on the planet today? Patrick says, we do our part, Wayne. Okay, then Wayne says, is there a purpose for that? The question I'm specifically asking is this a measure to protect us, or is this a measure to endure us? It is primarily research. We are very interested in your natural innate ability. Here is my concern right here. It says it is research. We are very interested in our natural innate ability. Now, I believe from my comprehension, I think that the Archon are the Elohim, and since it's primarily research, the breach of dimension was an accident, and that's what happened in research. There's accident and discovery with accident, and that's what it is with the Elohim. They are interested in our natural innate ability. So here we do the link. We have our own ability, but they are not to us. We have to learn how to do these things. You, for some strange reason, just activate a part of your DNA, and these ability can be triggered at any time. And this is where the domain is the fallen angel, I believe, and this is what they are jealous of us. You know, the domain is part of the Elohim, from my feeling, and that's why we should be a little worried about Shakira. And this is just my opinion, right? Uh, and see, it's just it says here we just have to activate a part of our DNA, and this ability can be triggered at any time. And Saturn has been captured by the Elohim from another dimension in order to control us, in order to stop our progression of our ascension, which means stop our ability from growing. And they manipulate our DNA. Now, if the domain is manipulating our DNA, I mean, come on. This, the domain, the Elohim, they're the same. Shekara, the question is, we know that we are trapped here, and you said that escape was almost impossible, but possible, I believe. The question has been asked, is there a map, so to speak, in our vernacular that others of us can find, as that being taken away? Patrick says, it is an individual journey, Wayne. You are all on your own path. All paths lead to escape, but you have to make the right turn at the right time. Okay, but there's no map. Shakira, I saw that. Folks, what I just got an image of was really, really weird. So I saw a dimensional image. Patrick says stretching out in front of you. That's what I saw. Wayne says, yeah. Well, Shakira, it's been asked or told to me Are there some of us that are of the 3,000? Shakira replied, I do not wish to answer that one, Wayne. And I believe there is. Then Wayne says, I respect that. The question has been asked, Shakira, is we are seeing a lot of craft in our sky of different shape and many triangle large craft. Are these are yours or are they of another place? It is a mixture. Most of our craft is too well eaten for you to see. Most of the craft you see are actually piloted by human. Then they reverse engineered, didn't they? Correct. Shakira, there's been a question about the domain. You seem to be just another side of those that you have conquered. According to your understanding, there was a thing here called the Old Empire. The question is, do you value life? Patrick says, we value existence. Life is eternal. Your physical body may die. You do not. Life, it goes on. It just change. Shakira, you said existence. This is very interesting. It seems like it would have a higher priority than life. Yes, because it is eternal. You exist forever. Wayne says, wow. I know you answered this question that you have encountered other more powerful being tied to earth that we call God. But are they in fact God as they claim to be? No. Wayne says, the question I have to you specifically, Shakira, and I'm actually thinking this question to you because of the complexity of it. Is it is it true that we have been genetically modified to reduce our ability not only through intelligence but through lifespan as well? This is correct. Your lifespan has been deliberately shortened. You should live at least 1,000 years. Is there a plan for the domain to eventually manifest before humanity, or is this something that is not how it's done? My communication with you is the first step. We will judge each event as they happen. Wayne says, Shakira, I'm telling you, I have great respect for you. I have a sense that there's others around you. I can sense them. Is there anything you or the group that's around you want to say? Then Patrick says, I am not in charge. I have superior watching me and what I say. I am held accountable. It is a concern as an individual. The domain as a whole have watched her and its inhabitant over many, many millennia. And we sense there is a culmination approaching. We do not know what will happen. Then Wayne says, thank you, I respect that. And please let your superior know that we want to learn the protocol. And if you can teach us, then I know we'll be able to communicate much more freely. Then Carol said, I got a question here from Truth in Me. Question for Shakira. Are you part of my past history before I came here? And are you the one who sent me the dream about the communication deck last night? Then Shakira says, I choose not to answer that question at this time. Wayne says, I have a question, Shakira, for your superior. And it has been reported through various space agency here on Earth that, and I can only put this one way, that there are rumors of another force that has entered into this region of space. Is it true? This region of the universe is becoming very crowded, Wayne. There is much interest in what may happen. It has never happened before. Wayne says, wow. Then Shakira says, you may say you are the best show in town. Wayne says, wow. This it. And this is all I got for um Shakira. So let's save this. So this is the end of the recap. Of course, it is not perfect. Of course, there is thing missing, and I can tell myself. But this give you some different perspective on how to look to those questions. And it doesn't matter if Patrick come back or not. Whoever is gonna do that ever again is gonna uh, have to do some serious work here and making sure that those questions evolve and they don't keep on repeating. And we are at the point now where it's time to make up your mind. You buy it or you don't. If you don't, you get out the store, period. If you buy it, well, go through the cash, okay? And that's how it is. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. uh, there's no right or wrong here. It's just a different way. W- and now it's time for you to do it your own. Is get the chart, go on the legacy, on the Gratz legacy, and there's an email in the about section. You can communicate with me, ask for the chart, and write it in the title for the chart, and I'm gonna send to you Patrick's chart. And get yourself a pendulum, put your energy in it for 1 week under your pillow, and uh, you know, uh, just start working your own pendulum. Also, there's a video available that Patrick made to help you how to start working your pendulum. And I just can't wait to see all of you how you do with your pendulum. Now, my next video is going to be the grand final. So that's going to be it for the recap. Bye bye.